Well, good afternoon. I'd like to spend a few minutes creating a couple of updates and a couple of reminders, and then going over once again the details for the critical thinking essay. Don't forget your top 10 list is due tonight, Thursday night, and then by Monday night, you need to respond to at least one peer. And I do give extra credit for extra responses. All right. I'm looking for a lot of detail in this because I'm going to use this top 10 list to help you develop a topic for your paper. All right. So that said, let's jump right into the critical thinking essay. I think I've already mentioned that I'm looking for a lot of writing here. I'm looking for a lot of direct quotes, bringing your ideas in from the reading into your own writing. The purpose, the goal here is to acquaint you with some information I think that's very helpful to you. All right. And at the same time, for me to get a good chance to look at your writing, do you write with a lot of detail? Do you write with a lot of focused paragraphs? Do you write with topic sentences? Do you write with support? All right, and do you really engage the material? So there's kind of multiple purposes here, and then answering the questions that are involved with the reading helps me determine that you've really engaged the material, how well have you understood the material, and as I said, helps me actually look at your writing skills. So that said, we're only reading one chapter in this 6-week version of the class from the textbook, and this is it right here. I'd hoped that you would be able to click on this link. It doesn't seem that you can do that, all right, so you need to copy and paste that. I hate that, sorry. Okay. Copy, select. Ooh, right there. Okay, copy, Command C. In my case, go to a new web browser, paste it. All right. Okay, so there's the chapter. All right. And I'm not going to go over the chapter material for you. You can read this yourself. All right. Please read that. It's very good. There's some videos there. It just really gives you the background of what a college research paper should look like. I can't emphasize enough that this is not a book report. You're not just slamming all this information together. You're not just slamming all your research together, okay, or just listing it out. Instead, you're trying to make meaning in the research. You're trying to take the research, understand what it says to you, and then create new meaning from it. Tell us something new that together you evolved from the research, all right? And we're going to talk a lot more about research as we move along in this class. So right now, the writing activities are right here. Click there, please. And they're listed out, writing activity 1A. So for your document, please, just go ahead, one document, okay, one file, and then you could put this on top, writing activity 1A, okay. Now, use multiple paragraphs. Don't do the whole activity in one paragraph. And I can always tell who watches these videos and not, because I put in these little throwaway comments about how to do things, and if I see one answer, all one paragraph, I'll say, oh, they didn't listen to that video, all right? So please, a paragraph, and I can't emphasize this enough, you're going to need this for your research paper. A paragraph is simply one unit of thought with as much development as it makes sense to support that unit of thought, okay? So topic sentence, that's your unit of thought. That's what you want to say. Then some of the research brings, or in this case, brings some of the material from the chapter in, okay? Please go ahead and cite it in text citation, right? And if you have any trouble with that, we'll get to that probably next week, okay? But I can tell from this how well you're doing, all right? And then just bring in some quotes, and then kind of wrap up that paragraph, sort of concluding what that thought is or referring back to it, all right? Then go on to a new thought, all right, within this same question. Now, that said, sometimes thoughts require multiple points. That's fine, okay? You can have more than one paragraph per thought, all right? But don't just jump everything all together in one huge paragraph, please. Okay, so analyzing the writing situations, I think these are pretty obvious. Go through all of these. I'm looking for a lot of writing, all right? Analyzing the purpose. What is the purpose of your writing? What is the purpose of a research paper, right? Just to tell us something new. You know, we could do the research ourselves. We can probably look at most of these topics on Wikipedia. That's not the point. The point is, what did you learn from the research? And we'll be talking a lot more in this class about research, so don't get alarmed. There is kind of a learning curve here, so don't worry. Analyzing your audience. You always need to know to whom you're talking, all right, to whom you're writing. In this case, you're writing to an audience of intelligent peers, of well-educated peers. You don't need to tell them stuff they already know, all right? You can often spend just a little bit of time on the background of something, a couple of paragraphs, and then you really get into the meaning, you really get into the argument. And this chapter is about what argument means. Argument is not about fighting with your spouse or significant other or parents, whatever, all right? It's about taking a position, a supported position, and then showing the reader, arguing to the reader, that your position is really, really valid because all these facts, all this research, all this body of evidence supports that position. And that's what critical thinking is. I said this earlier, that I think I've said this. Everybody has an opinion, all right? And guess what? Nobody cares about your opinion. I'm sorry, they just don't care. We don't care if you believe or don't believe in global warming, okay? Instead, we want to know, how did you arrive at that opinion? That's the point, all right? So, analyzing audience. This case, this class, this paper, you'll be doing peer review. You're talking to a very intelligent audience that probably already knows something about your topic, okay? Analyzing rhetorical exigency, that's kind of fun. Now, this one you're not going to do, and I want to emphasize this. Writing activity 1E, finding the origins of knowledge. It's a pretty good question, but I don't want you doing it because that's jumping ahead. I don't want you thinking about your topic right at the second, okay? I want you to be thinking about your top 10 list, all right? And that's what I'm going to be looking at. I'm trying to find out as much about you as I can. That's what the top 10 list is. And then I'm going to point you towards a topic. I'm even going to kind of push you, okay? I'm going to have final say over your topics, all right? So I think that's enough. Bottom line is, don't do writing activity 1A, 1E. That's for later, all right? We'll take care of that later on, coming up soon with your topic paper, all right? And I'll get to that. I think that's pretty much it. If you have questions, you know how to get a hold of me. There's no stupid questions. Don't forget, things aren't due till Monday night, all right? I don't tend to read my email much over the weekend, okay? So, but I am happy to hear from you, with that said. So, okay, summary. Top 10 list is due tonight. Looking for lots of detail. It's not just a list. I want a lot of detail, all right? A lot of specifics, a lot of examples. I need that so I can get to know you, okay? And then when I grade these, I'll grade these on Tuesday, all right? I'll give extensive comments about them, okay? And then I want a lot of writing in these questions, all right, to the responses. I want to see lots of writing. I want to see lots of direct quotes, okay? I want to see in-text citations, bring in the material from the chapter, all right? And then don't do activity 1E. We're saving that for your topic paper, okay? Hey, thanks for paying attention.